Hey guys, it's Roy here from rwoco12 and epicdroid.com, bringing to you today a how-to video on how to install double tap to wake on the Nexus 5X. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, double tap to wake is an awesome feature that came on a lot of newer devices, but what that is it's a feature where you can tap on the screen twice in quick succession and it will activate the screen. So double tap, screen turns on. Unfortunately, the Nexus 5X, when it first came out, did not have the double tap to wake feature enabled on it. So that's something that really upset a lot of different people that were using it. And it's one of the things that people said made it a less superior phone than the Nexus 6P. The Nexus 6P does come with double tap to wake out of the box. The Nexus 5X has everything that the 6P does, however, it doesn't come with double tap to wake. And so there was an enterprising developer who figured out a way to get it on there. To do it, we're going to need two things. There's a zip file that I'll have a link to here in the description below, and you need to have TWRP previously installed on this device. Now, if you followed my how to root video, you will already have TWRP installed on this, so you can skip that step. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to restart the device. We're going to reboot it into recovery. Now, I've already got the zip saved on my phone here. It's in my downloads folder, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to flash that. And what that zip does is it installs a custom kernel. A kernel oversees a lot of the aspects of the device. It does everything from controlling the CPU speeds, how many processors are being used, whether if you have an octa-core processor, it can determine what each individual processor is doing at different times. It can set up governors to stop it from processing at certain speeds. It can set up overclocking. It can do just about anything that you can think of here. So we're booting into recovery, and we have TWRP installed on here. This is our custom recovery, and we're going to go to that zip and install it right now. So we are going to go, and as I said, I already have this downloaded, and we're in my downloads folder, and here I have kernels, and we're going to go with the Elemental X kernel. The Elemental X kernel has the ability to do double tap to wake. I will warn you guys right out, the double tap to wake feature that comes with this kernel does cause some battery drain here. It's not a significant amount, but it is enough to be slightly annoying. Once we flashed the kernel, once we've told it to start flashing, we get this prompt here, and this walks us through the process of installing it. So we're going to say next, and it says terms of use, you're installing this at your own risk. I am not responsible for any damages or problems that may occur by using this kernel, and by using this kernel you agree with the above terms. So we agree with these terms of use. Hit next. And do not flash this over custom kernels. Please ensure that you have either a previous version of Elemental X or the kernel that came with your ROM installed. This kernel will allow you to choose hardware settings that may not work with your device. So I just leave the maximum CPU frequency at stock. I leave the maximum A57 CPU frequency at stock. And the disk scheduler, we have CFQ, row, deadline, and FIOPS. FIOPS is the default, or you can put it on stock. I just leave it with what the developer recommends, which is FIOPS, the default, and the read-ahead buffer size of 512, which is stock. Now, none of those so far have anything to do with double tap to wake. They are features that enhance or change the functionality of your CPU, and this part here is where we get to the double tap to wake. So sweep to wake and double tap to wake, enabling S2W or sleep to wake or DT2W double tap to wake will increase battery drain. This can be minimized with the power button toggle option or by enabling S2W/DT2W timeout. So we're going to go and we're going to set that. We're going to hit next. And then here we can do the different gestures that will wake up the phone. I'm just going to turn on double tap. I don't need the rest of those features. But what those do is they will allow you to swipe right, left, up, down, and they can turn that on. So down here you have one, and this is one that they were recommending. This is the power button toggles S2W/DT2W. Turn screen off with the power button to disable the double tap to wake, and it's re-enabled next time the device wakes up. So what that means is if you turn off the screen using the power button, it's disabled, but if it turns off naturally, so if it turns off on its own, then it will be re-enabled. So I'm going to turn that on so that when I use the power button, it disables it and saves me a little bit on battery life. Then we hit next. This is the timeout, how long it waits. What that means is if you leave it sitting for more than 30 minutes without using double tap to wake, then it's going to turn it off as well. Another battery saver. And then sweep to sleep. If you want to sweep to sleep, I'm going to disable it because that drives me nuts. But if your phone is awake, if you sweep your finger across it or whatnot, it will turn the screen off. So then we're going to skip through this. These are just additional settings. And we're going to install Elemental X. and finished. And so next, finish, swipe to unlock because TWRP was locked, and reboot system. We are rebooted. Now we just need to wait for the screen to turn off. Because remember, if we do the power button with that setting that we enabled, if we do the power button, it disables double tap to wake. So we're just going to wait for the screen to go to sleep. And it's almost there. There we go. And double tap. So presto, double tap to wake is enabled. Now if we do the power button, as you can see, it's not working. So the same thing would happen if we waited the 30 minutes after doing that. It would have the same effect and it would disable it there as well. So you guys now have double tap to wake on your Nexus 5X. Congratulations, your device is as awesome as the Nexus 6P. And hopefully this video has been helpful to you guys. If it has, please give us a thumbs up, share this with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to us on Twitter and YouTube so you can stay up to date with new content. If you have any questions, please hit us up in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching and have an awesome day.